Wall-supported calf wake up. The stretch most seniors skip but need the most. It's not the long walk or the busy day that causes your leg cramps. It's what your muscles didn't get before you went to bed. Many older adults I've worked with are surprised to learn this. Your calf muscles tend to tighten quietly throughout the day, especially if you've been sitting, driving, or even standing in one position for too long. By nighttime, those muscles are already shortened, undercirculated, and more likely to suddenly lock up when your body relaxes. This simple wall-supported stretch is one of the most effective ways to interrupt that cycle. Here's how to do it correctly, step by step, so your body actually benefits, not just goes through the motion. Stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Place both hands gently against the wall at chest height. Now step your right foot back about 1 to 2 ft. Keep that back heel flat on the ground. This part is critical. If your heel lifts, the stretch loses its effectiveness. Your front knee should bend slightly while your back leg stays straight. Slowly lean your body forward using the wall for support until you feel a gentle but noticeable stretch in the calf of your back leg. It should not feel sharp or painful, just a steady pull. Hold that position for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe normally. Don't rush it. Then switch legs and repeat. Do this twice on each side. What makes this exercise powerful isn't intensity. It's precision and consistency. When you stretch the calf this way, you're doing three important things at once. First, you're lengthening muscle fibers that have been shortened all day. Second, you're improving blood flow to an area that often becomes stagnant in older adults. And third, you're helping your nervous system reset the muscle, making it less likely to fire off an involuntary cramp during the night. This is especially important if you often wake up with cramps around 2:01 or 3:00 in the morning. That's when circulation is at its lowest and muscles are most vulnerable. The best time to do this exercise is in the evening, after dinner, before bed, or even after watching TV. If you've been sitting for a long time, that's your signal your calves need attention. One important note, if you feel off balance, place a chair beside you or perform the stretch near a sturdy surface. Safety always comes first. Done daily, this simple movement can reduce the frequency and intensity of nighttime leg cramps within just a couple of weeks. But here's what most people don't realize. Tight calves are only part of the problem. What's happening at the ankle and foot level might be the hidden trigger you've been missing all along. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Chair rise and flow, the everyday movement that quietly prevents nighttime leg cramps. Most people don't think twice about standing up from a chair until one day it starts to feel slower, heavier, and just a little uncertain. That subtle change matters more than it seems, because every time you sit and stand, your leg muscles are either being maintained or gradually weakened. And when those muscles lose strength and coordination, they become far more prone to cramping, especially at night when your body's at rest. This movement, what I call the chair rise and flow, is one of the most practical and effective ways to rebuild that strength safely at home. Start by choosing a firm, stable chair, something like a dining chair, not a soft couch. Sit toward the front edge with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your knees should be bent at a comfortable angle, not too far forward or tucked underneath you. Now place your hands lightly on your thighs or cross them over your chest if you feel steady enough. Lean your upper body slightly forward. This helps shift your weight correctly. Then press through your heels and slowly stand up. Don't rush. The goal is control, not speed. Once you're fully standing, pause for a second. Feel your balance. Then slowly lower yourself back down into the chair, again with control. Try not to drop into the seat. The lowering phase is just as important. It strengthens the muscles that stabilize your joints. Repeat this movement 8 to 10 times. If that feels too easy, you can build up gradually to 12 or even 15 repetitions. Now here's why this simple action is so powerful for preventing leg cramps. When you perform this movement, you activate large muscle groups in your thighs and hips, areas responsible for circulation and stability. Stronger muscles improve blood flow throughout the legs, which helps deliver essential electrolytes like potassium and magnesium where they're needed most. But there's another layer many people overlook. This exercise also retrains your nervous system. It improves the communication between your brain and your muscles. And when that connection is strong, your muscles are less likely to misfire or contract suddenly, which is exactly what happens during a cramp. This is especially helpful if you've noticed your legs feel stiff after sitting too long or if you hesitate before standing up. Those are early signs your muscles aren't being activated regularly enough. For best results, practice this exercise once in the morning and once in the afternoon, times when your body naturally benefits from movement. If you're watching TV or taking a break, that's a perfect opportunity. If balance is a concern, position the chair near a wall or have a sturdy surface nearby for support. And if needed, use your hands on the armrest at first. There's no shame in building strength gradually. Over time, this simple routine doesn't just reduce cramps, it restores confidence in your movement, making everyday tasks feel easier and safer. But here's something even more surprising. Sometimes the smallest muscles in your feet are the ones quietly triggering those painful nighttime cramps, and almost no one is paying attention to them. Ankle alphabet reset, the hidden key to smoother, cramp-free movement. You might think your leg cramps start in your calves, but in many cases, the real problem begins lower in a place most people never pay attention to, your ankles. Over time, especially after years of sitting more and moving less, the small joints in your ankles begin to stiffen. The muscles that support them weaken, and the nerves that coordinate movement become less responsive. When that system slows down, your body compensates in ways you don't notice until a cramp suddenly hits. This is where the ankle alphabet reset becomes incredibly valuable. It may look simple, almost too simple, but it directly targets the communication between your brain, nerves, and the small stabilizing muscles that keep your lower legs functioning smoothly. Sit in a comfortable chair with your back supported. Place both feet flat on the floor, then gently lift one foot a few inches off the ground. Keep your leg relaxed. This is not about tension or force. Now, using only your foot and ankle, begin to write the alphabet in the air. Start with the letter A, then move slowly through to Z. Each letter should be drawn deliberately, not rushed. Imagine you're tracing each shape with your big toe. The key here is control. Your movement should be smooth and steady, not jerky or forced. If your ankle feels stiff at first, that's normal. In fact, that stiffness is often exactly why cramps have been happening. Once you complete the alphabet with one foot, switch to the other. You only need to do this once per leg to begin seeing benefits, but consistency is where the real change happens. Try doing this while watching television in the evening or after sitting for a long period. It fits naturally into your day without requiring extra effort. What this exercise does inside your body is subtle but powerful. By moving your ankle through multiple directions, you're improving joint mobility and activating small muscle groups that are often neglected. These muscles play a crucial role in maintaining proper circulation and preventing fluid buildup in the lower legs. At the same time, you're stimulating nerve pathways that control muscle contractions. When these signals become clearer and more efficient, your muscles are less likely to misfire, which is exactly what a cramp is. A sudden, uncoordinated contraction. Many seniors describe their legs as feeling tight or unpredictable. What they're really experiencing is a loss of coordination at the joint level. This exercise gently restores that coordination. If you've ever noticed cramps starting in your foot and traveling upward, this is a strong sign your ankles need more attention. There's no strain here, no risk of overexertion, just controlled movement repeated daily, helping your body remember how to move properly again. And once your ankles begin to move better, something else starts to change. Your balance, your confidence, even the way your legs respond when you walk. But there's one simple movement that ties all of that together and brings everything into full body coordination. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Slow March Balance Builder. The daily rhythm your legs have been missing. There's a subtle moment many older adults don't notice. When standing still starts to feel less stable than it used to. Not enough to fall, not enough to panic, but just enough to make you hesitate. That hesitation matters more than you think because it often reflects a deeper issue. Your muscles and nerves are no longer working together in a smooth, coordinated rhythm. And when that rhythm is off, your legs become more vulnerable to cramping, especially after periods of inactivity or during the night. This is where the slow march balance builder comes in. It looks simple, almost like something you do in place without thinking. But when done correctly, it retrains your body in a very precise and meaningful way. Start by standing near a stable surface, such as a kitchen counter or the back of a sturdy chair. This isn't about testing your balance. It's about supporting it while you rebuild strength. Place one or both hands lightly on the surface. Now stand tall. Let your shoulders relax. Your gaze forward, not down at your feet. This helps your brain stay engaged with your body's position. Slowly lift your right knee up just a few inches off the ground. You don't need to raise it high. What matters is control. Hold it briefly for 1 to 2 seconds, then gently lower it back down. Avoid letting your foot drop or slam. This should be a smooth, quiet movement. Then switch to your left leg. Continue alternating in a slow, steady rhythm, like a gentle march in place. Aim for 10 to 15 lifts on each side. If you feel comfortable, you can gradually reduce how much you rely on your hands for support. But there's no need to rush. Stability always comes before progression. Now here's why this matters for preventing leg cramps. When you perform this slow marching motion, you're activating the muscles in your hips, thighs, and lower legs in a coordinated pattern. This improves circulation throughout the entire leg, not just in one isolated area. Better circulation means your muscles receive a steady supply of oxygen and essential minerals, reducing the likelihood of sudden, painful contractions. But even more importantly, this exercise strengthens the connection between your nervous system and your muscles. Each time you lift and lower your leg with control, your brain is practicing how to send clear, accurate signals. That communication is what prevents muscles from misfiring, which is a common trigger for cramps. This is especially helpful if you notice stiffness after standing still, or if your legs feel shaky when you first start walking. Those are signs your coordination needs support, not just strength. The best time to do this exercise is during the day, perhaps while waiting for your coffee to brew, during a TV commercial break, or before heading out for a walk. These small moments add up and help your body maintain a steady rhythm. Over time, you may notice that your steps feel more confident, your balance more reliable, and your legs less prone to tightening unexpectedly. But even with improved balance and circulation, there's still one critical moment most people overlook. The few minutes right before sleep, when your muscles decide whether to stay calm or cramp without warning. Bedtime toe flex ritual, the 60-second reset that stops night cramps before they start. Right before your body falls asleep, your muscles make a quiet decision, either to relax smoothly or to tighten without warning. If you've ever been jolted awake by a sudden calf cramp, you already know how intense that moment can feel. What many seniors don't realize is that this often begins in the final minutes before sleep, when circulation slows and your muscles shift into a resting state without proper preparation. This simple toe flex ritual acts like a reset button for your lower legs. You can do it right in bed. Sit comfortably with your legs extended or lie flat on your back. Start by gently pointing your toes forward away from your body, as if pressing on a gas pedal. Hold that position for about 2 seconds. Then slowly pull your toes back towards your body, feeling a stretch along your calves and the bottom of your feet. Move in a slow, steady rhythm, forward, then back. Repeat this motion 15 to 20 times. The key here is not force, it's control. Each movement should feel smooth, not rushed or jerky. If one foot feels tighter than the other, that's completely normal. Just move within your comfortable range. What this exercise does is both mechanical and neurological. Physically, it gently stretches and contracts the calf muscles, preventing them from settling into a shortened cramp-prone position. At the same time, it signals your nervous system to release tension, helping your muscles transition into a relaxed state more safely. This is especially important for older adults because nighttime is when blood flow naturally decreases. Without enough movement beforehand, muscles may not receive the oxygen and mineral balance they need, increasing the risk of sudden cramping. Another often overlooked benefit is improved awareness. Many seniors go to bed without noticing how tight their legs actually feel. This simple ritual brings attention back to the body, allowing you to address tension before it turns into pain. For best results, make this part of your nightly routine, just like brushing your teeth. It takes less than a minute, but the consistency is what creates real change. Within a couple of weeks, many people notice fewer nighttime cramps and more restful sleep. If you experience severe pain while flexing, stop and consult your healthcare provider. Gentle movement should never feel sharp or overwhelming. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right thing at the right time. Because when your muscles are guided into rest instead of forced into it, they respond differently. They stay calm, they stay quiet, and that changes how your entire night feels. Now that you've seen all 5 movements, there's one simple way to combine them into a daily rhythm that can quietly rebuild your leg strength, reduce cramps, and help you move with confidence again. Something most people never think to do. Protecting your legs means protecting your independence. There's a quiet truth about the body after 60 that most people don't talk about enough. It's not just that things weaken, it's that the margin for error becomes smaller. What used to be a minor discomfort can turn into a serious limitation. What used to pass overnight can begin to linger. And something as simple as a leg cramp can slowly change how confidently you move through your day. Nighttime is where this becomes most visible. When you're asleep, your body is at its most vulnerable. Circulation slows, muscles cool down, and the nervous system shifts into a different mode. If your muscles haven't been properly supported throughout the day, if they're tight, underused, or lacking coordination, they don't always relax the way they should. That's when cramps strike, suddenly, sharply, and often repeatedly. Over time, this doesn't just interrupt sleep, it creates hesitation. A quiet fear of going to bed, of waking up in pain, of losing control over something that once felt automatic. But here's the deeper message I want you to take away. Your body is not working against you. It's responding to how it's being guided. Each of the movements you've just learned is not about exercise in the traditional sense. They are signals, signals that restore communication between your brain and your muscles, signals that improve circulation, maintain flexibility, and remind your body how to move safely and efficiently. When done consistently, they don't just reduce cramps, they rebuild trust in your own body, and that trust matters more than strength alone. Because the future of your health is not defined by age, it's defined by how well you maintain your ability to move, to respond, to adapt. Strong legs mean more than walking. They mean getting out of bed without hesitation, standing in the kitchen without discomfort, leaving the house without thinking twice. They mean freedom. The risk isn't just the cramp itself, it's what follows if nothing changes. Less movement, more stiffness, increased fall risk, and a gradual loss of independence that happens so slowly, it's often accepted instead of questioned. But that path is not fixed. With small, intentional actions, just a few minutes a day, you can shift that trajectory. You can improve how your body feels at night, how it responds in the morning, and how it supports you throughout the day. This isn't about reversing age, it's about respecting it. Because when you understand what your body needs and you respond consistently, you're not just preventing cramps, you're protecting your quality of life. And the most powerful part? It starts with movements so simple, most people overlook them until they realize those small choices were the ones that made all the difference. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms. If these simple movements have changed the way you think about your leg health and nighttime comfort, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We are dedicated to uncovering the health secrets that help you maintain your independence and strength. Let's build a healthier future together. Your next step toward total wellness is just around the corner.